Hello and welcome to Review Everything, the podcast where we rank items on a tier list, but also get way too deep into peanut conspiracies that the internet is apparently very tuned into. I am Ashton Macaulay, a fiction writer, data scientist, and someone who does their own research rather than believing Big Peanut. Hashtag the shells are out there. I think you know who you are. Who are you?
Hey, I'm Conor from work. I am your elder millennial burnt out tech worker guru. At one point, I thought I was the guy from Limitless. Turns out I wasn't.
You were just the guy taking random pills.
They're not random, but they're not Limitless pills. They're mostly for tummy aches.
Sometimes I just take random pills in the hopes that one of them is the limitless pill, and they've sort of been hiding it like a golden ticket situation in the
That's not true.
pharmaceutical industry.
I offered you a handful of random pills, and you said no to all of them.
Your camera is doing some crazy shit. It is
Good
tracking
gamble.
your every movement. I feel like I'm in the Blair Witch.
For you video mistakes, my little video mistakes out there, I got my shit on a gimbal. It's on a gimbal.
He's all gimbaled up now, man. This guy I'm over here with my poverty Logitech that I got from 2 jobs ago, that they never wanted back because who ships equipment back in a remote market? And this guy's got a fucking gimbal. I need to up my game.
It's actually, so the reason I have this is because of COVID, where GoPro as a revenue stream came out with firmware to turn it into a webcam. And so I dug that out of a closet. And so it's like a 7-year-old GoPro.
Housekeeping, like after that intro, I don't know why you wouldn't like and subscribe. I assume that your fingers already smashed through the button on your screen and you're having to buy a new device. So I'll just take a moment of silence for that while you get that new device hooked up. Nice. Now like and subscribe on that new device. Follow if you're on Spotify. Leave a fucking review. Do the things because it really does help us. And if we want to grow out of this 10 to 20 listener range and we want to get into the real big money that comes at the 20 to 50 listener range, we need your help. Okay, little mistakes. We can't do this for free. Actually, we can really do this for free. So it doesn't actually matter, but hopefully you just listen to the first part.
I mean, you could get some Instagram ads or something, right? If you really cared.
Yeah, that's true. I could take some ads. So my next item, I think that I have the audience that we can target, and that is peanut conspiracy theorists, because I said it in the intro and it was half a joke. But look, there are some of you out there that clearly take this debate about Longhorn Steakhouse very seriously, and you've been commenting on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I'm just going to read a few of them off of 7. Says peanut shells are not a hazard. If they were handing out free bananas, the guy might have a point. And he's referring to you, Connor, that you saying peanut shells are a hazard. He's saying banana shells are a hazard. And I tend to agree with him. I've played Mario Kart and nobody's throwing peanuts out because none of the racers are going to be allergic to peanuts. They wouldn't be allowed in the Grand Prix. And maybe that's where we should go as a society. Maybe I'm saying that people with peanut allergies should just not go out to eat.
I know that was a Mario Kart based physics joke, and I appreciate that Paulos one.
Perosi.
But in the professional world, I have had whole buildings locked down because a balloon got in there. And you're telling me that a fucking 3 inches of peanut shells wading
was somebody allergic to latex? Or like what?
Yeah, man. Building there was a whole floor that you couldn't go on and if you had balloons or gloves.
Oh my god. Balloon got in here. Lock that shit down.
It is a fucking hazard.
Yeah.
Look, allergies. Or so, wait, are allergies a conspiracy? Because now that's what I can get into.
Look, here's what I think. I think that no matter what, like with the amount of time that Longhorn Steakhouse specifically spent with peanut shells on the floor, there's like a half-life for that material, and we have not reached it yet. No matter how much you clean, there is still peanut material in the air. Like, tack on top of that there's definitely still fucking shells on the floor there. I'm not convinced.
Should we bring up that this whole thing may be based on the wrong restaurant?
So that's interesting that you say that, because there was a question on Instagram that was, is it Longhorn or Texas Roadhouse? And my answer is the same here as it was there. And I said, I think we all want to know. The truth is out there, but there's no way to be sure. There's no way to know for sure what restaurant we're talking about.
Hold on, you fucking idiot. So I sent you a 20-minute video of, it was like Bloomberg?
Oh, Bloomberg is a different magazine.
Bloomberg interviewing the CEO of Roadhouse?
Longhorn,
and
Texas.
Half of it
Roadhouse.
was about their transition from peanuts to no peanuts to peanuts in bags, because most people take those peanuts home, which is kind of wild to me when he said that. But then I thought about it. I was like, all right, checks out. So these people are taking the peanuts home. They're not eating the peanuts.
They're not biscuits from Red
Roadhouse.
Lobster. This isn't a commodity. Peanuts are free.
Fuck, dude. Fuck you. Hold on. God damn it. All right. You ruined a part of my quiz. Keep going.
Sorry.
Shit.
So speaking of like peanut shells not being a commodity though, and we learned what commodities were on the last podcast. I watched it back with the puppet murder and he learned about it. I have been, this is legitimate, not a joke. I did start finding peanut shells all over my neighborhood recently. Like they were not there. And then suddenly they are there. And I do feel like somebody's trying to send me a message. And I don't know if it's telling me I need to back off of Big Peanut, if this is their way of threatening me. But I did feel quite nervous because I had to get on a plane and the shells appeared shortly beforehand. And I did wonder if there was a message of like, we will crash this plane if you keep talking about it. And then I posted a clip to TikTok because I was like, I'm not scared of Big Peanut. And I never will be. I'm an independent free thinker.
Did you bring your coin on your last flight?
Oh yeah, I always have it with me. It's always in my wallet. I didn't flip it.
You didn't give it a flip? I'd
No,
be scared
I didn't want to invoke the power.
In a certain situation. Yeah.
I was already taking enough of a risk by going to Texas. But what I will say is, for all you little mistakes out there, for all the peanut heads, I have written a letter to the brand manager of Longhorn Steakhouse. So we will get to the bottom of this. And if I don't get a response from them, I will drive to Idaho. I commit to you right now, by the end of this year, if I have not heard back from the brand manager of Longhorn Steakhouse, I'm committing here on the pod, I will drive to Idaho to get in there and find out for myself. I will bring a documentary crew with me, and that will consist of me with my cell phone and maybe a blazer so that I can look like I'm official. And I will go and ask the employees about this myself. This is we said season 2 was season of the bits, and I mean it. I mean it. I will go there.
I got a nut to pick with you, man.
Okay.
And so I was fully ready to completely stonewall all fucking peanut content from you. And the only reason I backed off today, because I was ready, I was not going to entertain it in a way that would have made you feel bad. And you would have sent me a Discord note at like 7 a.m. tomorrow and be like, hey, man, I thought about it. And I just want to share with you how I feel about this.
Too real.
And the only reason I'm doing that is because you had a long day and you expressed that to me.
Mm-hmm.
But this motherfucker right here was 15 minutes away from a Longhorn in Texas, the home of the Longhorn.
But that's not the one. The one is in Idaho.
There's nothing special about that Longhorn. What are you talking about?
You haven't been there. You don't know for sure.
Why would there be?
Because it's in Idaho. That's peanut country, man.
I don't think it is.
Idaho has its own rules. There's Moscow, Idaho, where young kids can drink. You're trying to tell me that Idaho is going to, they're going to roll over for Big Peanut? I don't think so, man. I think that Idaho is a free thinker.
I mean, I think the KKK is based out of there now.
Don't like that.
Peanut to Idaho peanut. I'll just do Idaho peanut.
Do Idaho peanut?
Idaho, lots of peanuts. Idaho, big peanut compared to other non-Idahos.
Do you like how we're going to make this a shorter, we're going to try a shorter format this week?
We already shortened it to do more shit like this. We're going to
spend some time talking about peanuts. Everybody fucking buckle in. We'll get to the items eventually.
Is this you? Okay, on our Idaho 2 years ago, title of the post, just passed through Idaho and I have some questions.
Yeah, maybe. I've never been to Idaho though, so it can't be me. Like that. Maybe that's why I think it's there. Idaho's kind of like the promised land for me. Like anything is possible there.
Dude, I promise you that you specifically, it is not the promised land.
Well, I just think of look at the shape, man. Look at the shape of Idaho and tell me that anything's possible. It's sort of like they turned Oklahoma on its side.
You know it's shaped like that, right?
No. I mean, I assume territorial disputes and mountains.
No, you should look into it.
Interesting. For next pod, perhaps. But anyways, I think Idaho might be the promised land. I don't know. I'll have to see when I go there. They have an aquarium, man, right next to this Texas Longhorn Steakhouse.
Is that true?
we're gonna find
is this
out.
In Boise? Boise is kind of cool.
Go, and I want to go. I think it might be in Boise. Yeah, I want to go. I want to go to the aquarium.
Why would there be an aquarium in Boise?
Longhorn,
is it all
Texas
freshwater
Longhorn
trout?
Steakhouse.
Is it just a trout-based aquarium?
I don't know, man. I sort of wonder if maybe they're adjacent, and it's sort of like the tank at Red Lobster where you could pick out your lobster, but it's a bigger tank. It's an aquarium. And you can pick out your Longhorn Steakhouse fish dish. It's in Boise. It's in Boise. Okay, let's just look at driving.
Oh shit. They have like an educational dive thing where you can throw peanuts into the tank.
Yeah. Where are they getting the shells from? It's an 8-hour drive right now.
Why is it just the shells with you? There's nuts inside the shells, man. How do you feel about
It's mostly about the shells for me because it's about like where do you go? We go visit Boise State University. Look, the point is, if I don't hear back from the brand manager at Longhorn
Did you write
Steakhouse,
that? Read the letter to us. I think you're full of shit, pussy. That's what we say in Idaho.
I'll read it to you right now.
We cut right to the nut.
Dear Sir / Madam, I trust you.
Pronouns.
I started the opposite of your letter. I trust you. I run a podcast called Review Everything where we frequently talk about food-based content. I'm really curious about the lack of peanut shells or abundance of peanut shells on the floor at Longhorn Steakhouse and would be interested to know whether or not you still have them, specifically at your Idaho location in Boise. I'm just a free thinker trying to get answers and would greatly appreciate a response from you. Sincerely, Ashton McCauley.
I have an idea. We should do a FOIA about the peanuts.
A FOIA? What's a FOIA?
Freedom of Information Act. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, let's get the U.S. government
We can make it
involved.
we can get really broad, like really broad with it too, I think.
Yeah, this is...
You want to hear a weird story?
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing a FOIA the other day. So I'm in the Dead Dad Club, as you know.
Yep.
We don't meet. There's no meetings. You just kind of put in your tummy. So great aunt, her second husband. This guy's really cool. His name was Jack. He actually died fairly recently, but he worked at NASA. He did a bunch of stuff. He worked at NASA, and one of the things he did was he had, what was the last shuttle to blow up?
Challenger.
Challenger. So he was on the team that flew
Columbia.
across the country, finding every little bit of it so they could reconstruct it in a hangar.
Whoa.
Interesting story. Obviously very sad, but interesting dude. So a couple years ago, he pulled me aside. We're at like a family function, and he goes, "Hey man, I want to let you know that I don't harbor any ill feelings for your dad." And I was like, "Jack, what are you talking about, man?" Like, he had a couple drinks. I don't know if he was sundowning. It's like, I actually like went over after this conversation to his wife, and I was like, "Hey, I think Jack is like having a mental moment," and she was like, "He doesn't have those." I was like, "What?" So he was like, "Yeah, when your dad fired me at the Pentagon." And I was like, in my head, I was like, "Fuck, man, this is so sad." Like, this guy's like, he's so intelligent. Like, he would just talk for hours. Exhausting. He could be exhausting, but his memory was sharp. And I was like, "Fuck, it's so sad to see this guy kind of lose it." And then so he was like, "Yeah," he was like, they were like early internet networking guys, and my dad was in the Marines and did communication, but outside of one time he told me when I was working at the Pentagon, he asked me how far did I get underneath it. And at the time, it wasn't until this moment, he was like, "Yeah, I got down to 17." And I was like, I'm looking at the plans. I actually, man, this is another story. This company, I think I told it, this company had me take Pentagon plans from the Pentagon to their building. I shouldn't have done that at all.
Yeah, no, that's very not allowed.
I had the physical electrical plans, and I was like, there's no basement to my knowledge. I'm sure there is, but like, why the fuck did my dad know about it? So anyways, this Jack guy was like, yeah, so my dad essentially, based on his story, which I cannot corroborate, my dad fired him. He was a contractor, and they were doing early networking internet stuff at the Pentagon, I think. And I do vaguely remember when we had my bachelor, like we played golf before the wedding, and they were talking to each other, and he was like, "Hey, Tom?" And my dad was like, "Holy shit, Jack." So I did remember that. So anyways, I've been stewing in my head, because to my knowledge, there's nothing in that arena, but I kind of want to know, was like, is my dad in the government doing something? Isn't that kind of wild?
Yeah, like telecommunications is kind of a classic cover up, right? For a position is, oh yeah, I'm in telecommunications.
That's what he did. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's like a classic spy shit.
Man.
I work in telecommunications, but it's actually your deep cover.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a FOIA. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be super interested to hear the results of that. And also the peanut stuff too. But let's let the peanuts lie for today. Connor, do you want to introduce today's topic?
Well, I do, but I have just going back to peanuts real quick. So, do the peanuts with 3 pods ever freak you out? Or are you like a 2-pod only guy? Or do you have a more open mind than that?
So here's the interesting thing, man. Like, I really don't care for peanuts that much. Like, it's more about the mystery and whether or not they are there that is getting me. I like peanut butter, but even if there was a place where I could eat peanuts and throw the shells on the ground, I'd probably have like 1 or 2 at this point for the bit, but it wouldn't be for my enjoyment. I don't enjoy eating peanuts.
Well, I have a solution for you, maybe. It sounds like you've never had boiled peanuts.
Boiled peanuts?
Yeah. They're soft, so you eat everything. They're actually quite delicious.
That does sound really good.
Yeah, you eat them when they're green.
Whoa.
You've
Okay,
never been
yeah,
to the
I'm down for
South.
some boiled peanuts.
All right. Let's get some boiled penis in you.
If we say it really fast, we can get some boiled penis in you.
No, I was doing my southern.
Mm,
When
mm.
I'm talking about boiled penis, it comes back.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to boil. I don't want to boil.
All right, you West Coast pussy. Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
So today I have a quiz for you.
Well, wait. First, introduce the topic.
Yeah. So the today on Review Everything, the thing we are reviewing are larder or pantry based theme parks or event spaces. Yeah. So like something in your pantry and connecting it to like a themed park, bar, restaurant.
Interesting.
What did you bring?
I can't tell you what I brought. I just brought the oldest fucking thing I found in my pantry.
Why?
It felt well. I have a clip to explain it, but I'll show it to you later.
Okay. Huh. All right. We'll square that circle when we get there.
Mm,
I first got a quiz for you though.
okay.
Man, I forgot how to share things in PowerPoint.
I reminds
You may do better on this quiz than I thought.
I got to do a PNG of my item now, so that we can put it on the tier list. I will send it to you in Discord.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Open your eyes.
Okay.
All right. Can you see it?
Wow, look at that. That's
All right.
nice.
I got 5 questions for you. And
Is that an AI generated version of my face?
I just used AI to crop it because the picture you had a lot of visual noise and it made it difficult.
Yeah.
And I think it made you more handsome and took out your blemishes.
I like it. I like how I look.
All right. Question 1. So here I want to assess on a scale from townie to cake eater your food-based experiences as a 90s child because I have a hypothesis and I think you've already ruined it a little bit. All right. Name at least one dessert from Outback Steakhouse.
Oh man. I'm going to go with mud pie.
All their things are branded. So no.
Alaskan mud pie.
All right. For me, Chocolate Thunder from Down Under, the brownie sundae.
So here's the thing though. Our town didn't have an Outback.
All right. So you're already on your way to middle class fancy by not being able to give me a branded dessert because I have a theory that you're a fucking cake eater. 2. Was it okay as a child? Was it okay to leave delivery pizza unrefrigerated overnight? Don't worry. We put it in the microwave.
Yeah. So this is an interesting fact about my family. Yeah, absolutely. It was
Oh.
okay to leave it unrefrigerated. This is a story that I kind of wanted to tell today anyway, so I'll be quick about it. But one time I went back to visit my parents, and their fridge was on the fritz, so they had everything in a cooler with ice. And then my stepmom went in to make a salad, and there was loose bacon floating in the ice with the vegetables. And she's just like, "Oh yeah, I'll just rinse it." And so she rinsed the vegetables and started chopping them in for a salad. So like our fridge growing up was like you put your life in your hands when you went.
This is your stepmom?
Stepmom and dad, yeah. My mom's house, the pizza went in the fridge.
Okay, and your stepmom's Canadian. And she comes from hillbilly stock, doesn't she? I didn't account for this.
No, she doesn't come from hillbilly stock. Comes from like auto worker.
Yeah, let's not talk about auto workers here.
Auto worker immigrant stock.
All right, I'll give you the one that you already got. Why do we go to Red Lobster?
For the biscuits.
I need more specific.
So that we can take some home.
I need some more specific answer than the biscuit.
Well, so like when I went to Red Lobster as a kid, I never I didn't like the entrees or anything, but I did like the biscuits, and I would always get an extra order of biscuits to take home.
So the biscuits you're on the right track, but like what were the biscuits?
The cheddar biscuits, the delicious cheddar.
I think they're called Cheddar Bay biscuits, but cheddar biscuits was it. All right, man, my God.
I grew up in Vancouver, Washington. We were strip mall central.
Well, hey, this is why we do it. This is why we do this.
We were known at the video store for fucking late fees, and my was banned from renting movies at Blockbuster because of how long she would keep them for. And there was a couple of times my account got frozen and we couldn't rent our single movie a week because of it.
Did your dad like Red Lobster?
Yeah. So we didn't become cake eaters until
okay.
We worked our way up to cake.
We did too. We never got to cake eater, but we got to middle class fancy. What was your favorite food service job? I didn't think you did, you fucking cake eater. All right.
Closest I got was customer support.
How old and where?
So I worked briefly for a company. I was 16. It was a company that made the machines that they would put in like Walmart and stuff that for a while before there was applications online for jobs. There were kiosks that you would go to, and it was basically a personality test in a machine that you would take as a job
for call center.
application for big box
Yeah.
stores. And so I worked customer support for a while, talking to companies mostly based in the South that had these kiosks and did not understand how to connect them to the internet.
That's kind of a wild job as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, they went under shortly after I left, I think, because of the advent of online job applications.
Man, weird. Crab Rangoon, what's your thoughts?
What is a crab rangoon? Is that let me tell you what I think it is, and then you tell me what it is. So I've never been a big crustacean eater, but I think crab rangoon is some sort of fried crab dish that involves sour cream or some sort of cream-based fried crab.
Yeah, so there's no crab in it. It's just pink sour cream inside, like phyllo dough in a star shape fried.
Yeah, okay. I was actually thinking of the right thing. Yeah, I know what crab. Yeah, not my tempo. Yes.
Cool. Okay, maybe I'm too hard on you. I really wanted you to be a cake
You
eater.
learned something today.
So that puts you in. There's Townie.
Okay.
Cake eater's right in the middle, or I'm sorry, middle class fancy. No affect. That was your cake eater. So
are those Oakleys?
I guess, yeah. Middle class fancy, right with me. Hell yeah, man.
I think that's right. Like for where I grew up, when we moved there, it was mostly like we had a few restaurants, and then there was like an airfield, and it was the place people moved outside of Portland because you could have no income tax and then no sales tax.
Oh, that
so you could cross the bridge to buy stuff at the big box stores. But it has grown up now, and but when I was a kid, what growing up for Vancouver meant was we just kept getting more chains. And so the big
that's
event
depressing.
when I was 9 was that we got a Regal Cinemas, a Borders, and a Red Robin in the same plaza, and that is where we spent our time, baby. And then we got an Old Spaghetti Factory across the street next to the GameStop. It was pretty good.
I prefer new ones. So Robin, I think, is a West Coast thing. I never got Red Robin. It's always been bad.
So I think it went downhill.
Okay, so it used to be good. Or is it just we used to be poor?
Yeah,
because Outback used to be good to me.
Yeah, it was big burgers and unlimited fries. But I remember one of the most disappointing trips to Red Robin was when it was 114 degrees in Washington. My wife and I were going to find air conditioning. And then we ended up trying to go to Red Robin, and there was a line out the door because Red Robin was the only place that was air conditioned. And we were like, we'll go back some other day. And then we did, and it was maybe the worst burger I've ever had.
Bottomless fries.
Dude, they're fucking stingy with them now too. They give you a look when you ask for more. And they bring back diminishing returns of fries. It's if I go to Olive Garden, keep the breadsticks fucking flowing, please.
You know what?
Those are mine. I paid for those the second I walked in the door.
I'm gonna take a bite of French fry, put it on the ground. I'm gonna get those French fries on the ground.
It's my prerogative, okay? I paid you to be here.
I think if they're fine print, that's not how it works.
Yeah, definitely not how it works.
I'll do my item first because it sounds like you misinterpreted the theme.
Okay.
So, not a quiz, just some questions for you while I bring it up. This fucking guy. What do you know about Mr. Bean? Tell me about Mr. Bean. How do you feel about Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson, British comedy figure of legend, known for making lots of mistakes in humorous fashions. Also, in films and stuff, I don't know if he's always Mr. Bean, but he basically plays Mr. Bean in Rat Race. He's almost Mr. Bean in Love Actually, but I don't think it's an official Mr. Bean appearance. Yeah, I'm clean with the bean, if you will.
That's a interesting way to say it. So for what I brought today for consideration into the review everything tierverse, is Mr. Bean theme park, or more accurately, a Mr. Bean themed bar in Hanoi, Vietnam.
Fuck yes.
And that's what we're looking at today. So do you have a guess if this is sanctioned or not? It is not sanctioned. No, sir. There's nothing about this that's sanctioned. In fact, there's very little about it that differentiates it from any bars left or right of this place, except for it does have some Mr. Bean stuff. And so, this is a divey little bar with overpriced drinks that people complain don't have enough alcohol. They have free beer pong. They have cups with Mr. Bean on it with some puns. There was something around, you see right there, their primary pun. It might be their only one.
There we
Here's
go. Now we're
the Mr.
talking.
Bean bar in Hanoi. So yeah, you can see people enjoying their freaking beans off. They have some Mr. Bean pictures. They have Mr. Bean cups. They have a singular pun that shows up on their signage and their silverware, and it's "Being a good night." Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's wow. This is do you think he's been there? I would like to know.
I'm pretty sure some people have told him about it. I don't think he's been there because that would be, I keep wanting to say bean with all the B words now, but I think that would be implicit like acceptance or like sign off on it. And he can never do that because that's his livelihood. It turns out I did listen to a quick clip. He doesn't really like Mr. Bean. He thinks Mr. Bean's a shitty person, which I mean, makes a lot of sense. Mr. Bean is a shitty person, but I thought that was funny for Rowan to talk about like it's pretty much his life's work and what I assume he's most compensated for, and being like, yeah, I really don't like this guy.
I mean, like even when he's not playing Mr. Bean, he's playing Mr. Bean.
I think in movies he has to. Why are you bringing him into this movie? I feel bad for him, man. He's stuck in the
like Rowan Atkinson's not getting a serious role. That's not happening unless he goes like full Daniel Day-Lewis and prosthetics and stuff, and we don't figure out it's Rowan Atkinson until the very end. Which I'd be an amazing turn for his career. I'd love to see it.
I mean, I'm gonna give you a hot take. Oh no, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna walk it back a little. But as far as like dark comedy and like dark stuff, Robin Williams couldn't even pull it off. Death to Smoochie, the 24-hour camera thing, he was a serial killer in Alaska with Al Pacino. Man, we should do something about that, but they're all not that great. He could pull off dramatic.
So my counter to that is Good Morning Vietnam. Which he's playing a comedian in that, but it is serious, and it's maybe my favorite Robin Williams.
Is it personally dark for him? Okay,
yes.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, it's about a radio host during the Vietnam War, and
yeah, MASH. I get
like experiencing the horrors of the Vietnam War.
A little bubble helicopter.
But it's very funny, but like it is serious and dark, and it's based on a real person. It's a really, really good movie.
Okay, I'd say specifically the 3 movies. In those 3 movies, he couldn't pull off being a killer.
Yeah, for sure.
Or an attempt. I think an attempted killer.
I believe Rowan Atkinson is a killer.
For sure. That's what. Yeah. So I think him. Maybe he's tried. Has he done anything really dramatic? So yeah, in place of me allowing you to talk about peanuts, I railroaded you about doing something else today because honestly, I didn't take a picture of it, but I took out every single thing in my pantry and got rid of a 5th of it, cleaned all of it, reorganized it. That was a 3-hour venture to just find some content for this podcast. And I found 3 things. And the most interesting was a little mason jar, like a mason jar this big, of maple pecan butter that I have no idea why we have. But then I started thinking about Mr. Bean because while cleaning my kitchen, Big Nick Let's Go has a song about the Mr. Bean theme park. And I was like, there's no way that's fucking real. He stretched it a bit because it's not a theme park, but it was based off of the theme bar. And it's a very good song.
Yeah, I love Nick Let's Go. And I'm happy to know that this exists. So let's rank this unlicensed Mr. Bean restaurant.
Let's real quick. Let's create a taxonomy for it. There's nothing more in this world that I enjoy than putting boxes around.
Unlicensed celebrity ventures.
Too high. We're starting too low, man. We need the greater taxonomy to be higher.
Late night locations.
Ooh. It is a grift.
How happy would I be to end up at this bar on a bender? That's almost S tier. Yeah, but like if you found out I got shit faced, dude. I wake up with that cup on my nightstand and I feel like shit. I'm still gonna be like,
so do you know in Ted Lasso, you know, when he goes to the American theme restaurant when he maybe was on mushrooms and creates a new soccer theory. I did that same thing with my friend Carl Bach. Well, for me, I wanted to see how many pints I could drink in a night, and it's the only time I've ever taken binge drinking seriously. And I got to like 14 pints, and we ended up at a blues club like in like Soho and had a blast. I have videos of it. I'll give one. We'll post it at the end of the podcast. But yeah, if I was like that, like Mr. Bean bar, fuck yeah. Give me a weird sugary drink with his head on it. I'm into it, man. It feels good.
I'm also into it.
I like your phrasing. I think the world is better off with this thing existing, even if it is a grift of some sort. I like it. It's a good grift.
I don't think it's hurting anybody except for maybe Rowan
I
Atkinson.
don't think it's not
And
hurting
he's got
him.
stuff.
It's not hurting anyone.
I hesitate to call it S tier, but I would put it in A tier.
I think it's good vibes. I like it. It's A tier, and so we're gonna call this late night excursions. First is going to be how much do we enjoy it. And so if it's a late night excursion, I'm saying we're enjoying it in the moment for sure. So let's say 8. Regret, especially if this is towards the end of the night, which I think is the only way I would have fun going to this place, which is more about me than the place, right? I think I'm going to regret it a lot because I'm going to be hurting the next day. And then, of course, we have IP theft. And I want to say 6 out of 10 because it's in Hanoi, man. Like, who knows? I don't know their IP laws. I think they're probably fine. And so, yeah, I think based on the numbers we just gave it, that accrues to a letter of A.
Yeah, I agree. And I'd love to live in a world of less strict IP law.
Well, you have told me in the past, I forget, what did you call your people who are fans of Mr. Bean films? You identify as a bean flicker.
Yeah, me and the bean flicker.
So that's my item for today.
Yeah, so I had a similar journey to you with mine where I went into my pantry and I like, this is going to be super interesting. And then it was not, but I decided to make the art of going through my pantry into content creation.
Okay.
So here's a little live video of me going through my pantry.
What up? It's your boy, Ashton, from Review Everything. I'm here doing a little bit of a pantry audit. Connor thought it'd be cool if we went and found the oldest item in our pantry, so we got some pretty old tea in there. None of this is quite hitting for me. I need something like really old. What the?
God damn it, I knew it was going to be Sam soup.
Oh man, that's weird.
Why do you have so much lentil
We were
soup?
putting those there. 10-minute soup. So it's like really weird. Power went out and I don't know, man. Just like trying to turn the lights back on and alright, what the fuck, man? Alright. I'm starting to get a little freaked out. I don't really think that this is It's me. It's me. Here, fam. I found the breaker. Oh god.
Did you program your hue lights to do that?
What the fuck is this, you guys?
Sensational.
What is this? I didn't ask for this. And so dumb. Turns out like the light switch was just off. I could have been doing this the whole time. Perfect. A little bit of old smoked salmon.
Ooh.
Oh, this is for sure gonna be my item today. Anyways, that was weird. I don't know what's happening, guys, but I think everything's gonna be fine. It's me. Oh fuck, guys.
Oh, man.
So yeah, like it look funny and hindsight, spooky at the time. When it was happening, I was pretty freaked out.
It looked legit spooky. You had the flicker setting on?
I guess, before I get into that item too, like I should talk about some of the comments.
I swear to God, if Akshay fucking commented.
So oh my God, my mom had this exact same thing happen. Super spooky. Yeah. Like, I don't doubt it. He was a powerful being. And when you lose somebody like that, they could appear anywhere. Love me some salmon, but I read on the internet forum that if you heat soup for 10 minutes, you'll get the same number of subscribers as one of those famous soup tubers. Anyway, great video. Can't wait for more daily pantry videos. That's really nice. I think I might do more of them after that from Blaze Dancer. Laura Pike 139 says, "Long live Sam Soup." I think that's just nice. What kind of tea was that though? Also, RIP Sam. Like, love the tribute. Not actually a tribute. He said "gone but not forgotten," and I was like blacked out, man. I'm not so sure he's gone, and I kind of agree with that because it's been a time since that happened. Weird stuff's been happening around the house. You're blessed from a visit of the patron of Saint of Powerful Microwaves. What can I do to bring Sam Soup into my home? And I would just advise that you don't. I don't fuck with spirits. Sandish VTuber counter at 3.9 looks really similar to the one an older soup tuber used to have. Is it popular pattern? And I said we actually got that countertop at a dead YouTuber auction. It was the cheapest, and we were trying to put in marble. And then Laura Pike again, so at the top, and then down here at the bottom says RIP Sam Soup. And I just think that's nice that she really cares, Laura Pike really cares about Sam Soup, and I just wish there was more people who did. Because maybe we wouldn't have lost him so soon. Somebody would have been there to check on it.
Do you think there's a chance that your best idea and the content that would actually make you famous and then happy in that order, and sometimes you want to die, is Sam Soup? Is it the most authentic thing to you? Would you have filmed that if your wife was home?
The first one?
No, the second one. This one.
I filmed this while my wife was home. Yeah, she was actually studying for her midterms.
Did that make you feel good that she was toiling away?
Well, no, because the power in the whole house went out, man. So she it really fucked up her study pattern. That wasn't cool. I didn't realize what was going to happen.
How often are you eating lentil canned soup?
I like to keep some on hand.
No, that's not what I asked. You have 3 of them, you piece of shit. To answer my questions when I ask a specific question. How often? Why do you have 3 of them? Is that something that you bought because it was on sale?
Well,
You're blowing off my fucking levels. Tell me why you have 3 soup.
Just in case I get sick. What if I get sick?
Why isn't it a different soup? You're just really into Amy's lentil soup?
Well, I'm into Amy's soups in general.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're really good. They're really expensive though. Anyways, so this is my box of smoked salmon.
Are you gonna eat some?
You can see it here. So I have not. This is sealed. So I wanted to talk about this. I had no idea where this came from. I did know it moved houses with us. So it's at least 2 years old.
That's airport salmon.
There's no.
That's like $30 at the airport.
There's no expiration on the outside of this. I asked my wife, and she said that we got it from a work gift basket at some point. It is vacuum sealed, and then so I open it up afterward, and it's in like a little MRE.
Oh yeah,
pretty much a gold sealed. So it says fully cooked and vacuum sealed. Do not use contents if opened or not, but it's not opened. And so I did some research because I was like, the next question is, should I eat it live on stream, and will that be good content? After doing research, no, because it's definitely still good in there.
Get a bagel.
And I started thinking, is it more valuable if it's untouched? Because this salmon could theoretically live forever. This company has really high safety standards. They did have to recall some of their chowder for botulism. A little bit of a risk there. And it was at around the same time this salmon was canned or bagged. So I did research on this, and it is sealed in the same way that military rations are. It's like the same patent that they use to seal MREs. And I learned that MREs can last over 7 years, but in a cooler environment, they can even go beyond 10 years. But you froze. Now you're back. The caveat is that the shelf life determinations of MREs were made solely on the basis of taste. That they stay nutritionally good for an almost indefinite amount of time. But the crazy thing is, they had people test it just around the office where they were making these MREs. They were like, would you like to eat consistently older MREs? And the way that they tested it was they said, when does the flavor start to fall off? And they just ate progressively older military rations to find out. Because they're like, it's safe and it's nutritionally still there, but it may not taste good anymore.
In my disassociative YouTube bank, there are communities who try to find MREs as old as possible and see if they're still good, like World War One. Actually, I don't think we had the technology of World War One, like canned foods.
My cousin had a canned MRE that I believe was from. It might have been from Vietnam. It might not have been from World War One.
Oh yeah, they did. They had Man,
that's crazy. So either way, not a very interesting item, but it did make me think a lot. And so I decided to ask myself a question I would normally ask you, which is, how would this help me in a snowstorm? And the short answer is, this package, calorically, not a lot in here. This is about 250 calories of smoked salmon. The good news is, according to Claude, I would need 6 of these a day to stay alive at a bare minimum. But salmon is one of the best foods to keep you alive. You will go into ketosis and stuff from eating lean protein, but you can survive ketosis indefinitely. And
there has to be some. There's some.
That's what a lot of them.
There's some. Right?
Yeah, but it's not enough. And the real problem is scurvy.
Yeah.
Because salmon has absolutely no vitamin C in it, so you would start to bleed from your gums.
It's like that guy on Alone who was crushing it. It was back when they didn't tell you how long it was, and so you had to actually last to be the end. And he had so much smoked fish, and they came, and he was completely emaciated, and he was just crying, like, I have fish to eat. I can still eat fish. And they're like, no. You're going home. He's like, but look at my fish.
You're done, bro.
Oh, man, that guy.
I miss those early seasons. Ugh. But so the bigger problem with this in a snowstorm is the smoked salmon is really expensive. This is apparently $22 a pouch. So as far as survival efficiency, I think I'd probably just
What do you talk?
heal
What?
myself from the cold first.
You can't pre-plan. You wouldn't be buying in advance. It would be in the vehicle, so price wouldn't be an issue.
Well, yeah, so like this is enough for me to have a snack before I off myself, basically, but that's about it. So not very useful in a snowstorm, honestly. But I did think like if I had more, like should this be? This is the start of my emergency kit now, is
Oh.
what it is. Like I don't have one, but in case the big one hits, now we've got at least one thing we know we can eat.
So now that you know that, if you're actually in that scenario, and in all the likelihood you're going to die, right? The car has driven off a ravine. You're in an isolated area. It turns out the computer fan only gave you so much enjoyment. Do you actually eat this? Like if you're going to die and you know it's not from starving, and so say you're not even hungry, would you?
What is in this?
No, you're not hungry. That's why listen to my fucking words when I say them. I say them for a reason.
I know, but that doesn't matter. When did I last eat?
You're not hungry. It doesn't. I gave you the requirement. You're not hungry. Do you eat it just as something to do before you die?
Yeah.
Why?
I like it.
You're not hungry. I mean, sorry. You answered. You answered the question. You answered the question. Okay.
Yeah, like, but that's the thing. Like, if I'm about to die, might as well eat one more time. Eating is pretty good. I enjoy it. As far as activities that I do go, eating is maybe near the top of my list, and I don't get to do it nearly as much as I want to. Like, if I had it my way, I think I would eat 5 full meals a day.
Why don't?
Just so I could experience
Why
different
don't
foods.
you?
And maybe have burritos for 2 of those.
You're a thin young man. In fact,
Yeah.
you could put a little weight on those.
Yeah, but like I wish that I was hungry enough to eat 5 meals a day. Like I wish that that's how my body worked. I just
Hold
enjoy
on,
eating.
pills that make you hungry.
Well, I know something that's not in pill form that makes me hungry.
What is it?
Marijuana.
Oh, does it?
The devil's lettuce makes me hungry.
Oh.
Makes me really hungry.
It does for like a
One
certain
time,
window.
when I had the devil's lettuce.
Mhm.
What?
For me, I don't really get. I
Oh.
mean, I would never do drugs, but I don't think I'd get very hungry.
One time I was having the devil's lettuce and my dad made me and my friend Bryant 2 milkshakes, and I drank my milkshake and it was really good. And then Bryant got up to go to the bathroom, and I thought it would be really funny while he was
You
in the
drank it?
bathroom if I
Yeah.
drank his entire milkshake too. So I drank his entire milkshake, and then I projectile vomited both milkshakes because I got the
Yeah.
spins from the marijuana. I got super nauseous, and this last time that might be the last edible cookie I ever had.
My wife doesn't partake very often or in not a long time, but we used to go to a very large Frisbee tournament. It was 2 days. You camp out, but we lived 10 miles away, so we didn't camp out. And the first night she was DD, because this is one of those Frisbee tournaments where you get you drink all day while playing sports, which sounds awful now. And it was half awful then, but my body could still kind of do it. And she had a very large safety meeting when she didn't really have safety meetings that often. And she kept saying safety meeting over and over again. And I was DD that night. We stopped by Wendy's. I got 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers. I went to the bathroom. She legit ate both of them without realizing they were mine. And I did not get dinner that night.
And you married her.
I had already married her. I almost divorced her
Oh, so you
after
were
that.
back. Sunk
Yeah.
cost at that
My
point.
God. I had one of those JPCMs.
Maybe we'll bring edibles to adult summer camp and get some milkshakes and cheeseburgers.
Were you not high every night? Because I was. What are you talking about?
I don't think I was.
Yeah.
I don't think I was high every night.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay, final verdict. So I got some categories here. Shelf stable. This is very shelf stable. I think it's
What is the top level taxonomy?
I would say that MREs are probably the top level. Well, maybe a Twinkie would be a higher level of shelf stable, something that would survive. So not quite the top.
Parent category. Give it a feature in your world. It's a
feature. The feature is stability on a shelf.
Okay, this is Forever Foods, and then underneath it, what is the next thing?
Okay, Forever Foods is a good category. Okay, boutique salmonness. As like how boutique can something be if it's packaged the same as an MRE. I don't think very boutique, but it is pretty expensive. So we'll say halfway. Will I eat this? Honestly, I don't know. It might sit in my pantry for another 3 years, and then we'll find out. Should I eat this? Could. Definitely not the worst thing for me.
Dude, an Old Salt bagel? A little bit of schmear? I hate that word.
They sell Old Salt bagels. Was this an entertaining journey? As far as all my items go, kinda. I learned some things. Not enough.
I mean, it gave you a reason to do another stupid Sam Soup bit.
Yeah, well, so look, I was determined to do that video before this happened. I just didn't know what it was going to be. Like I've decided that I'm going to make clips as often as I can. They won't all be super related, but I will make clips.
I'm here for it. I'm not going to not call it stupid.
It is the most stupid fun.
And I'm gonna interrogate your pantry or whatever you're dealing with, because I think it's odd that you have so many cans of lentil soup and you don't really have a good idea why you have them outside of.
I said in case I get
to have
sick.
some on hand.
It's in case I get sick.
Soup isn't. Never mind.
So with that, I say it's C tier.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not bad.
So you lost me at the boutique one. I think is the thing is that while it is, my understanding is that brand is quality. And you know what? When I joined Little Software, I'm pretty sure that my basket contained that same fish.
Yeah, it's a very Washington gift. They patented this method of saying.
You know what? I actually want to knock it down, not necessarily from C, but because it probably came from a enterprise gift, a new hire gift basket contractor, and so it's like pre-configured. Man, that hurts my feelings. Get me a basket that speaks to me.
Yeah, for real. Like put coffee and okay, real quick, and then we'll
just
stop.
4 more Seattle things.
What would be in your basket?
Handgun.
So the contractor, like they're trying to sell you new telecommunications equipment that's really good at masking your fart noises during Zoom calls. Very serious. And they give you a gift basket to remember them by. What are the things you want to find in the basket?
I don't need something to do that, because I just yell real loud if I'm worried about it. Can anyone hear me? And if someone says yes, then I don't.
Like here, you pretend you're me, and like you just rip huge ones unexpectedly that tear the fabric of space-time. I did one right before I came down here. It smelled like the old Doritos I ate. So pretend you're me. Well, what's in the gift basket?
I forget the question. Is this for me?
Yeah, 4 items. The contractor is going to bring you 4 items in a gift basket.
Game Boy Color, handgun, bottle of whiskey. I kind of want that salmon. And that salmon, yeah.
Okay, nice. That's good. Coffee.
Fleshlight.
Malt balls. No one's fleshlight. Not in my basket. Coffee. Like good coffee, not the bad shit. Coffee, malt balls, C's assorted chocolates,
ball bearings,
and then a pair of gas station sunglasses.
Ooh, you know what I'd put in yours? You know that we just bought forever food. It'd be a forever friend. I would put a macaw in there.
just big bird wrapped in shrink wrap.
No, won't die. It's gonna live for 60 years if you don't shrink wrap it.
They tell you not to. The kids, don't shrink wrap your macaws.
Give an affirmation to the little mistakes, and then I'll give one to them as well.
Okay, my little mistakes. I just want to say, I admire how seriously you're taking the peanut content, and I like it because that kind of rage and ire on both sides, by the way, on both Conor's side and my side, that is what's going to get this podcast to go viral. So fucking get in the comments. Just get nasty with it. I want to see your worst self, but only related to the peanut content. If you're mean to me in any other way, it hurts my feelings and then I get sad. But when it's about the peanuts, go fucking hog hamel wild in the comments. You have my permission, okay? And also, my affirmation is that I just like you guys because you listen to weird content and you seem to like weird shit, and I appreciate that about you.
Did you get any feedback from John about putting the tier list back in?
Brian. Yes, he watched every clip that had the tier list in them, and he was very
thanks,
excited.
Brian. Look at you. But right now, I want to speak directly to Sierra, because I really like that you say your name incorrectly relative to how it's spelled. I know it's Kiera. That's the bit.
All right, Sierra, our favorite little mistake. This one goes out to you, and here comes the end theme song. Review everything. Review everything. Review everything. And that's the end of the show. Goodbye.